It's Friday.
Welcome back to Friday Night Fight Night with your boy, Jedi, which was found to be the best show on the entire YouTube platform by an independent team of researchers.
This is the best show on YouTube.
In this episode, we have a Jiu Jitsu nerd taking on a karate nerd, and we will finally settle the question of which nerdiest nerd is nerdier than the nerd. Yeah, something like that. But first, we have chilled out Talls McGee taking on 0 to 100 real quick. Will the methodical method man prevail, or will he be overrun by the uber aggressive Keen of Slamtown? All that and more coming up in this episode of Jedi's Fight Night.
Hello, class. Grab a seat, please. Welcome back to the channel. It is I, Professor Jedi, who teaches you the most important life lessons that you will ever learn. Today, of course, we will be finding out which nerdy martial art is better, Jiu Jitsu or the old school nerdy art, karate. And before all you keyboard warriors decide to spam the comments, but
karate best, Jiu Jitsu the better, blah, 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 blah.
At the end of the day, it obviously depends on the athlete in question. Yeah, let's do it.
So this first fight is gonna be a classic barn burner where you really can't bet on either person. It's like two people pointing guns at each other and shooting. You have no idea who's gonna go down. Introducing first, standing at 6'0" and weighing 180 pounds, we have big boy Bob. Bob likes to swing for the fences, trying to knock your head 3 ways to Sunday. And his opponent, standing 6'1", weighing 195 pounds, is Rambunctious Rambo. I wanna hear you say that one 5 times fast now. Rambo also likes to rock'em sock'em like there's no tomorrow. Alright guys, it's time to lock down your picks for this fight in the comments. If you get it right, I will give you one crisp high five if I ever see you in public. Alright boys, y'all are here because you want to sock someone in the face. I totally get that, just make it quick because I got a crawdad boy all I got to be at. Here the fight starts, they touch gloves, show of sportsmanship, and boom! Right hand Randy gets in a cheeky little sucker punch. Now Randy has a decent position here, sucker punch did him well. He decides here to wrap up an arm in guillotine, good stuff. But then he decides to sit on his butt without first pulling some sort of guard so he can hip into this choke and get the tap, which in case you're wondering, is not great. But big boy Bob, his grappling could clearly use some work. Randy is able to shove him off to the side pretty easily and slowly works to get back up to his feet while keeping pressure on Bob. Here Bob decides to go for the crotch. He's clearly been watching some Krav Maga videos. Off the restart, Bob comes forward with a nice front kick followed by a wild haymaker, and Randy has the brilliant strategy of just coming forward, throwing everything he has at the wall, which is working for him for now. This is your friend who never plays Smash, so when you play him, he just spams every single button on the freaking controller. Bob has managed to get his back off the cage with double underhooks, and he's looking to press Randy, but there seems to be a problem here, and that's what it is. He's not clasping his hands together, so he doesn't really have the most control. He can feel his clinch slipping, so he decides to give him a couple cheeky knees as a nice parting gift for Randy to remember him fondly by. And we're not that long into this fight at all. Here Randy reaches out for another hand tap. That's a sign that he is giving up. You can clearly see by his body language how tired he is. This 0 to 100 balls to the wall fighting that he came out of the gate with is really taking a toll on his gas tank. They end up in another scuffle up against the wall, and here he's going for an arm drag, so props to him, but there's really nothing there at the moment. But here he's able to pull off a nice spin move, switch the position, he breaks the clinch and comes forward with a 1-2-3 Mayweather. And you gotta give props to Bob. He survived the initial onslaught, kept a level head throughout, and here he's clearly more conditioned to go the distance. Here he lands a right jab that's more of a love tap than anything else. Randy really has nothing for him at this point. He's walking around like he's stuck in the mud. He's able to rally for half a second as he counters a sidekick, coming in for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right as the round ends. Round 2 starts and they are off to the races. Randy's pacing himself a little better here, waiting for his openings. Here he gets a nice straight right, brutally snapping back Bob's head and pushing him up against the cage, but then he backs off, trying to pace himself again. Bob responds with a nice body kick counter. As he throws it again, he is taken down, but he's able to scramble, getting to his knees. Here Randy should be going low with that arm of his, maybe around his waist, staying behind him instead of grabbing that head and giving Bob so much space to pull out. And to no surprise, Bob just pulls out of there as Randy falls to the ground like he's stumbling out of a bar at 3 in the morning. And here Randy decides he's just gonna throw in the towel. After basically controlling the entire fight, he decides he's just gonna up and quit. As the saying goes, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. As in, they leave. All right, y'all, this is the fight in the thumbnail. This is why you clicked on the video. Let's find out what happens when you pit a karate guy up against a jiu-jitsu guy in a fight. Introducing first, standing at 6 foot, Neil, weighing 175 pounds, we have Karate Kisto. His opponent in this corner, standing at 5'9", weighing 175 pounds, we've got Jiu-Jitsu Johnny. All right there, boys. Y'all know the rules. Punch each other in the face, protect yourselves, listen to me at all times. A winner gets a date with loser's mom. Get back to your corners and let's do this thing. Fight starts off with an immediate Jorge Masvidal flying knee, knocking Johnny to his ass. He tries to come up on a single leg attack, but it's defended, but he uses the space to stand up to his feet, so it kind of works out. Now our boy has taken a pretty solid flying knee, which surprisingly has not put him out. However, you can tell he's extremely timid about the stand-up portion and is really looking for that takedown. Thankfully, he's in on a somewhat tight single leg attack, but Christoph is pushing on his head, creating a little bit of space, keeping the takedown from happening. So he steps behind the leg, tripping out his base by falling to his side. You know, walks his hips high over karate guys, activating full smash mode. From here, he's gonna try to force Christoph to carry his weight, tiring him out and working some ground and pound at the same time. When you take somebody down in a fight, it's better to be patient and make them carry your weight than spaz out and just look for a submission right off the bat. Because if you spaz out, you're gonna make mistakes, they're gonna get up, and all your work is gonna be for nothing. Unfortunately for Johnny, the ref would like to see more action, so he stands them back up to their feet, throwing him off his game just a wee bit. Here Johnny goes for a desperation takedown attempt that Christoph sees coming from a mile away and just sprawls on. If he actually wants to get a takedown, he needs to time one of his opponent's power shots or set it up with some shots of his own. Otherwise, it's gonna be extremely telegraphed, and just ask Ben Askren what happens when you telegraph a takedown attempt like that. Karate Ken steps in with a Bruce Lee sidekick, looking to earn some style points. Jiu-Jitsu Johnny knows he's backing up too much and hits a nice duck under the left hook, but then just falls down and kinda lays there for a little bit. Honestly, looks like he's taking a siesta and not fighting another person. Obviously, you gotta respect anybody that's willing to step up to fight another person, but he's clearly, judging by his body language, looking for a way out. My dude, you got one foot out the door. That doesn't work in a fight, and it doesn't work in life. This is one of those moments where you're gonna have to dig deep. Karate Ken clowns on him with a windmill kick attempt. He decides to rally, going for the takedown attempt one more time. Unfortunately, his hips are way too far away to generate the leverage he needs for the takedown, so he decides to sit into guard, looking to channel his inner Ryan Hall, trying to finish with a heel hook from half court. Honestly, it doesn't look like he's got a good grip on the heel hook, but it doesn't matter. The round's over. All right, boy, what I tell ya? Strike first, strike hard, no mercy, sir. Very good, boy. Take this water. Oh, boy, you're doing terrific there, huh, matey? I didn't think fighting was gonna be this hard. I really need to quit smoking. Round 2 is underway, and Jiu-Jitsu Johnny seems to have shaken some of those cobwebs out of his brain. We can see he's making more eye contact, he's got better posture. It wouldn't surprise me at all if he listened to Tony Robbins in between rounds. He goes for another sloppy takedown attempt, and oh my god, that is just beautiful right there. Karate Ken, that is just a beautiful sprawl. Frame on the head, keep that shot from happening. And for Jiu-Jitsu Johnny, this is where it all goes bad. First, he eats a spinning back fist right to the dome, which wobbles him. Then he looks at his feet and is fed two nasty right uppercuts. And the cherry on top is this textbook head kick, which homie decides to lean his head into. Yeah, that's not something you should do. Karate Ken is fast with the follow-up shots going boom, 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 and yep, that's it. That's all she wrote. Fight over. Put an F in chat for our fallen Jiu-Jitsu brethren. And if there's something we can learn from his loss, it's that if you are too one-dimensional, you're only going for the takedown that makes you a little predictable, super easy to counter you with some nasty uppercuts, flying knees, the whole shebang. And also, if you go into a fight and you're terrified of getting hits, guess what? You're probably gonna get hits anyways. And it's probably gonna hurt a lot worse than if you were just willing to charge head on.
All right, y'all, that's it for fight night tonight. I know if you're a jiu-jitsu stan, you probably were expecting a little bit of a different outcome, but that should just go to show you that at the end of the day, it comes down to the person who can execute their game plan better. It's like Mike Tyson said, everybody has a game plan until you get hit in the face. Oh, what's this about? That's right, it's time for DM of the week. Today's DM comes from Jonathan. What's up, man? Just started BJJ 2 weeks ago, and I'm really enjoying it. Discovered your YouTube channel as well as found so much information and entertainment from it. Just thought I'd reach out. Thank you, Jonathan. Oh, and one more thing. Do you train at Glory MMA? Well, Jonathan, glad you enjoy the videos. I used to train at Glory. James Krause actually gave me my purple belt. Super random, cool story. Maybe I'll talk about it sometime. But about 2.5 years ago, I moved out here to Vegas, so I no longer train with the guys from Glory. I don't really train at all. Yeah, my knee, been jacked for the past 3.5 months. I have an MRI scheduled for a little bit in the future. We're gonna see what's wrong with it. Hopefully I will be able to get back to the mats sooner rather than later. You know what they say, guys. 1 like equals 1 prayer. If you want to send me a DM, head on over to my Instagram, Jedi_himself. Link down below. Maybe I'll read it in the next video. And of course, if you guys like to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button with the notification bell, baby, because I make the best videos on the entire platform. Thank you for watching to the end, guys. You're the fucking best. All right, I'm in the middle of a 24-hour fast, so I'm going to stare at the wall for a little bit. You guys have fun now, you hear?